So we are going to be talking about this whole controversy going over Tucker Carlson and him deciding to interview Vladimir Putin and the backlash that it's getting, and people just losing their minds over this. Why? Because how could somebody go and interview our nation's enemy number one, right? That's the main thing. He's like one of our biggest enemies, so why are you going to go interview him? Why are you going to go and have a conversation? All these different things. In people's minds, it's like colluding and just like teaming up and just all these secretive things with the enemy behind closed doors, all this stuff. That's what's going on, and people are losing their freaking minds. And it's crazy, right? It is crazy, but we ain't talking about the politics of this. We are going to be talking about really the importance of it. And the importance of this is to be very, very transparent, right? And what's the biggest problem with just doing an interview, right? Is it really that big of a problem? Why is there certain, like, is it just because this person is the most evil, most hateful person in the world? Look, people that are doing podcasts and doing interviews, all these different things, they will choose these people to interview that are very, very controversial, and it's for a reason, right? It is for a reason, to get the views, right? But here's the thing. If we want to make change in the world, if we want to make change and we want to go and get people's perspectives and see a different side of people and all these different things, I'm not trying to say nothing about Putin. I ain't trying to say nothing about that, because like I said, I ain't trying to get into the politics. I really don't care. I just don't. But the thing is, we can relate this to just praying for our enemies and, you know, being the best people that we possibly can. And this isn't really having to do with the whole Vladimir Putin or anything like that. Honestly, to be honest, it's kind of clickbait, because we're going to get into some more spiritual stuff and more other things and motivational and inspirational talks right now. So really what this is about is really just this. If we want to be better people, we got to go in, we got to start praying for our enemies, start praying for them, right? You know, because if we don't, all this stuff is just going to keep continuing. It's just going to keep going up, all these different things. And it's just going to, you know, create bitterness in our hearts, bitterness in our souls, anger, resentment, all these different things. And it is not healthy for us spiritually, physically, mentally, anything. And that's the thing. You know, we had to come to a point in our lives that either we hold on to this anger towards our enemies, hold on to this anger towards the people that hurt us the most, or we could pray for them. We could forgive them. We ain't forgiving them for them. We're forgiving them for ourselves, because if we don't, we are going to hold on to this anger. Anytime the name is brought up, boom, back to the anger. Anytime you see them, boom, back to the anger. Random memory comes back, boom, back to the anger, right? And that is so detrimental to our mental health every single day, right? And that's the thing. I've been there. I've done that so many times. I try so hard to move on and do things nowadays and really move on from these things and really be a better person and do what I know is right, and focus on my mental health and focus on what's good and just loving. I'm not saying that I would give these people another chance. I'm not saying that like I see them in a whole nother light. That's they on their own walk. I ain't concerned with that. But I will pray for them. I will forgive them, because all of that is going to derail me from my mission, derail me from my vision, derail me from my destiny, derail me from where God needs me to be. And if I continue to hold on to anger and be resentful and all these other things, then I'm not going to ever focus on me. I ain't ever going to grow. And that is the main thing. And I'm not saying that's what Tucker Carlson is doing with this interview with Putin or anything like that. But what I am saying is we are going to see we're going to see this controversial interview, right? Whether you are hating it or whatever, you know you are going to watch it, right? So here, think of it as this: you are getting an insight inside the mind of America's number one enemy right now, right? Whatever you may see it as. You might be getting into the mindset of somebody that's like evil, if that's what you say, right? But here's the thing: Tucker Carlson knows that he is stepping into some dangerous territory. But the fact is this: he has the courage to go and do it. He has a mission to go and do it. And he feels called to do this interview, whether we like it, whether we don't. It doesn't really matter. You know, you could say that he's in cahoots. You could say, oh, the right wing is this, the left wing is that. Like I said, I ain't trying to get into politics. I ain't into any of that. But I am saying this: he is stepping behind enemy lines, and he is doing something that probably nobody would ever do. And whether you like it or not, he is there, and he is going to be asking tough questions. And if you think they ain't tough, oh well, maybe you would have asked better questions. I don't know. But the thing is this: if we do not sit down at the table with our enemies and talk to them and all these different things, nothing will ever change. Just some food for thought.